Warning, the following episode contains disturbing images and mild sexual themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Many things can happen at a party. Maybe two drunk guys get into a fight. Or the football team you're rooting for won at the last second. Or maybe someone decided to do it with a hot girl, if you know what I mean. The point is that anything could happen at a party, good and bad. But sometimes, multiple things could happen to the point where the party feels like a movie. In today's episode, I'm going to be telling you about a dream where my time at a party goes haywire. Everyone has dreams. Most of the time you'll forget about them shortly after you wake up, but sometimes there will be those very memorable dreams that you'll be thinking about for the rest of the day. In this series, I'll be telling you about those kinds of dreams that I've experienced. I'm Adriana, and this is The Weird and Wonderful Dreams of Adriana. The dream begins with me walking to a party. Why don't I have my car with me? Oh no matter the reason I'm walking. It's getting dark out and it's pretty quiet. The only sounds being my footsteps and the soft chirping of crickets. The silence was broken by the sound of someone laughing maniacally. It scared me. And since it was almost nighttime and my brain usually starts thinking of scary things at around this time, I assumed the worst and started booking it down the sidewalk. Why was that person laughing like a supervillain? Either someone told a really good joke, or they murdered someone. Nevertheless, I ran all the way to the party, and I knew for sure that I wouldn't be walking back home. The party was being held in a 2-story white house. The paint was chipping and the lights inside were on, emitting a yellow hue, and the house looked like the type that would collapse in on itself at any time. Right away, I saw that one of my friends, Joel, was there. I was thinking about asking him for a ride home, but I don't know if I ever did. I then saw that my now ex-boyfriend, David, was also here. Just thought I'd mention that we were still dating at the time I had this dream. I guess this place was also a petting zoo because there were plenty of animals here. Me and David watched some baby deer climb down a rock wall. And when I say climb, I mean wedging their feet in the cracks as they go down. All the while, their mother is sitting at the bottom all like, "Come on, kids, we don't have all night." We then noticed that at the top of the wall, there was a pool full of baby alligators and their submerged mother. But I think the babies were dead because they were all floating on their backs. The mother was alive, though, because of the bubbles coming out of her eyes. Sometime later, me and David were lying on a recliner chair together. But then he started touching me inappropriately. I told him to stop and that it was uncomfortable. But he said, "No, keep talking," in a very suggestive manner. Again, I told him to stop. I pushed him away and started to run away. He walked slowly after me like Michael Myers as I ran through the house, trying to find an exit. And I was busting to open doors and saying hi to people that I knew, all like, "Hi, Connor." Eventually, I found an exit. I then hid on top of the stairs to another door. Not under the stairs, on the stairs. I did this because the door I went through was facing east, while the door and the stairs I were hiding on were facing south. Therefore, if David went out the east exit, he wouldn't see me. But my plan failed, however, because someone went out the south door. It basically went away like this. Okay, he won't find me here. Oh, shoot. The person who had opened the door was Isaiah, another person I knew. But I'm going to assume that David might have turned into him while I was running because as I ran into the backyard, I heard him shout, "Where are you going, you sexy bastard?" I really don't know Isaiah that well, but I know for sure that he would never say that to anyone. In the backyard, I narrowly avoided all the baby goats trying to headbutt me. Eventually, my mom arrived to pick me up. My dad and brother were here too. I don't know how he knew to come here this time, but at least I'm getting out of here. But then all of a sudden, I was on the zipper ride. The car I was in didn't have a door for some reason. But luckily, I was able to jump out before I got pretty high in the air. But now I find myself on a huge conveyor belt. It was daytime now, and there was a cute duckling next to me. We were headed towards a huge lake surrounded by trees. But as we got closer, I saw a concerning about of flattened hippo corpses, and an industrial grinder was waiting for us at the bottom of the conveyor belt. I frantically tried to fight against the belt to avoid the grinder whilst the duckling casually flew away. The dream basically ends there. I don't know whether I survived or not. All I remember is the adrenaline rush and me panicking as I was desperately trying to escape. Whew, that was a long one. But I figured that it'd be fun to begin the series by talking about this specific dream because of how eventful it was. Anyways, I really hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Weird and Wonderful Dreams of Adriana, because I sure did. Be sure to tune in for more episodes because this is one of many wacky dreams that I have, and there's plenty more to talk about. Next week, I'll be talking about a dream that involves conspiracy theories surrounding an elusive cryptid. Thanks for listening, and sweet dreams.